Are you an ENFP struggling with personal growth right now? Well, I'm going to help you out in this video by telling you what your cycle is like and what you got to do to live a better life. What's up, legend? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology, helping you find your true character and level it up so you can play life better. So I was just talking to an ENFP client and we were talking about, what these different characters are within you, what the cognitive functions are, what the underlying wiring is for the Myers-Briggs type code, ENFP. And it can get kind of complicated, there's a lot of information that goes to it and a lot of jargon that comes out too. So if you've been in this channel for a minute, you know that I like to personify these cognitive functions because, they're basically bringing out different behavioral traits and different preferences for how you're living your life and the ways that you're seeing the world and the ways that you're making decisions and interacting with it. So if you personify it as a character, then you can instantly tap into what that kind of archetype is and live a better life and use it in your life and leverage those aspects of yourself and play the role that you need to play using the character that you need to be on. See, I know that sometimes, especially for ENFPs, there's a lot of joy in exploring. I mean, that's why I call this the innovating explorer. The hero of your story is all about the freedom to change things, to shake things up, to throw a bomb in the mix and see what happens. Because that's how you learn the pattern of existence. That's how you learn the dots, connecting the dots behind everything, is by doing things that create a stimulus that change things, right? And that's fun. You get to explore, you get to go travel, you get to do all the things that keep life exciting. And, into your life, you end up building on these other two characters, the empath and the commander. See, the empath is like your mentor. And the commander is kind of like a newbie, like a sidekick. And it's easier to talk to the commander than it is to talk to the empath. Because the empath means to slow down, to tap into your values, who you are, who you will be, and your personal impact on the situation. And that can be heavy sometimes. It can be hard to go deep into emotions and really sifting through all that stuff. It's not always exciting. It's not always fun. It's extremely important, extremely meaningful, especially for you. That mentor voice is the one that's gonna help you cross the threshold from the known to the unknown, from order to chaos, and experience more of life and take on your dragons and your challenges and gain the loot and come back a changed person. And yet it's just so much easier to listen to the commander. And the commander is that voice that's saying, do this, do this, do this. You want to achieve your goal, take some actions, go fast, and boom, instant feedback. That's good. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. And so when you want to keep exploring, when you don't want to slow down, when you want to see what else is out there, you don't want to listen to that empath, it's easy to go straight to the commander and say okay, I got some ideas. How do we try them out? How do we experience these things as quickly as possible? When the commander's take an action. Just do it. Go. Try a thing. And that feels good for a while, until you get too much extroversion, you're doing too much stuff in that outer world and you're not taking the time to settle into yourself and understand yourself. And the biggest growth that comes from a lot of this is through engaging in the empath and listening to the empath and really understanding who you are deep down. And then bridging it to the commander and say, how do we use this information? How do we create the structure of a better life? And also, the empath and the last one, your inferior function, this guardian-like character, introverted sensing, is, that's the one that captures your experiences and stores them in this library behind them and, pulls out a book and reads through the book and pulls out these insights into your life these experiences that made you who you are. And on a larger scale, these experiences make up all of humanity and our traditions and what keeps us going. And that voice that slows down and listens to the past and implements these things and procedures, ooh, that's a slow one, right? But it's hard. And yet that is like the ultimate growth, is when you can have appreciation for that slow turtle-like character in your life that's just, you're like, hurry up, because he's taking out these books and reading through page by page. The explorer's like, let's look at this, nope, next, nope, next, nope, just kind of throwing them all over the place. And the commander's picking them back up, putting them in alphabetical order. And the empath is like, we should paint this. We should paint these walls. We should change the colors of these books. Maybe add some poetry and stuff in there. So the goal here, though, is to get all of these parts working together. And it's a struggle. It's not an easy process. But it comes from understanding these characters, understanding that they exist within you, and using them when they need to be used. And taking the time to, I'm gonna journal or something like that, take the time to go into nostalgic experiences, watch movies that you've seen a bunch of times before, and kind of like replay these past events in your life. And that's how you get the most growth, is through going into that. So I hope that this video was helpful. I hope it gave you some stuff to think about, like you really need more things to think about, I'm sure. But use these characters, play with them a little bit. Imagine your life when you're going through it, like, am I supposed to be on the explorer right now? Should I be listening to the empath? Do I need to take more action with the commander, or is that the reason that I'm in this problem? Or should I take some time and stabilize myself with the guardian and check in with my past? If you want one-on-one coaching, go to geekpsychology.com, scroll down, sign up for a clarity session. You can have a 1-hour session with me where we go into one of your problems, your struggles, and flay it out and handle that. All right? And then if you're a good match, if we're a good match for each other, then you can sign up for the coaching package. So I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below too what rang true with you. If you want some more ENFP videos over here, if you want personal development videos over there, keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck, have fun. Peace.